And then there were 6. Welcome to Play in the Field, a Bachelor podcast. I'm your host, Ryan Field, the sports anchor at WABC in New York City. That's my night job. My day job is hosting this wonderful Bachelor podcast with 2 of my favorite people, Jen Matarese from WABC here in New York. She's our Bachelor expert and our Bachelor insider from out there at KABC in Los Angeles, Gina Sirico. Ladies, welcome. I feel like your titles might change week to week. One week you're the insider, one week you're the expert. Are you guys okay with just kind of crisscrossing titles?
I mean, sure.
I've never brought this up before.
I think, I don't know. I feel I'm at expert level because I have been watching since season 1, OG.
Somehow I feel like Gina's going to fight you on that. Gina wants to be the Bachelor expert.
Nope. She's also an expert, but she's not an insider because she actually gets to go and check out the group dates.
See, that's what I'm saying. And I'm surprised she wasn't at the OC Fair with Peg and Mel, based on the fact that she likes to accompany people on dates to Disneyland.
There's a chance that I will pop up somewhere else. You never know.
Oh, I have no doubt about that.
Yeah, let's get on. Let's just move on because we have a special guest.
We do, and I was just about to say, speaking of people that are popping up, Monica B is here.
Yes.
What's going on, Monica? Yes. Welcome to the show.
Hi, thank you. Thank you for having me.
Thank you so much for being here, coming to us from Houston, Texas today. And I guess first and foremost, kind of what has your life been like since being on the show, and looking back at it, how much do you smile at that experience?
Oh, wow. Well, believe it or not, I've been recognized.
I have no doubt about that.
Yes, it's odd. I'm not used to that, but I'm trying to kind of get used to it, but it feels good. Yeah, all is well.
When you are you still working as a flight attendant? I guess I should ask.
I am still working. Yes.
Okay.
I took off a couple of weeks after I came back from the show, but I'm back on the road again. Yes.
Do they have to give a special announcement and say yes?
I think they should. Absolutely.
Do you get recognized on the flights that you're working on?
No.
Not yet? I bet that's going to happen.
Not yet. Well, I have been recognized on flights, but nobody acknowledges me, like from the crew or anything. Nothing like that. But I have had people say, are you? And they start to try to figure it out.
You look familiar.
Yeah, you look familiar.
Fasten your seatbelts or you will not get a rose. I think that's what you need to say. I like it.
There you go.
Exactly. Get ready for takeoff. That was my favorite line. Yes.
So let's get into the roses of it all. What were your expectations going into the Golden Bachelor, and what was the reality for you? What was it, what were you expecting to happen? And then just kind of, what was it for you? Tell me about the experience.
Okay. Well, I'm 62 years old, and so I am ready to fall in love again. I'm ready to be in a relationship and to have that special person. So I went into this experience genuinely looking for love. So I got there and I met all these fabulous women, and I realized the competition was pretty stiff, but I was very hopeful. I had high hopes. And it was good. And I had a connection with Mel. I felt like I was very attracted to him, but he had stronger connections, elsewhere. So, but the experience itself was great. I was so out of my comfort zone. I could feel myself growing by leaps and bounds every day. And the best part were the friendships that I made with the other women. They all were great, and we are looking forward to a time when we can see each other again.
And that time will be coming up, of course, for the Women Tell All episode here in a few weeks. Who are you still close with? Who I guess became your really good friends on the show, and who do you still communicate now that the show is over?
Well, we aren't able to really communicate yet, but in the show, I became really good friends with Carla, with Jerry, with Cindy, and my roommates and I were all very close. So, I have a lot. Well, all of us really cared for each other and liked each other a lot, but those were my closest few.
So we got to see a little bit of your humor on the group date, and I have to say, I thought you were the funniest one. How nerve-wracking was it doing something like that, or is that something you might consider, trying out in the future?
It was good. I wasn't as nervous doing the stand-up as I was doing the cheerleading
I was going to
competition.
say, right.
That was, yeah, that was the hardest thing for me. I felt really comfortable at the roast, but yeah, it was good. It felt natural. I'm used to being in front of people, so maybe that had a little bit to do with it, but I felt very natural, and it was nice being on stage. I don't know about a career.
What were your I don't know. Look, stranger things have happened. You could have a hang with Jared Freed a little bit more and get into the stand-up world. It could be fun.
Okay, I'm telling you, he's great. I liked working with him.
Tell me what your first impression was of Mel. When you first got out of that limo, what were your thoughts?
I was so nervous when I first got out of the limo. I don't think I've ever been more nervous in my life. My heart was pounding. But Mel was very, very comforting. When I walked up to him, he was very complimentary. He made me feel at ease right away. He held my hands and just continued to say nice things to me. And so that made it better. And we had a cute little conversation. I know it wasn't shown. My introduction was short, but we had a cute little conversation, and I felt better after having met him. Very nice man. He's a conversationalist too. He loves to talk, so he puts you at ease right away.
Yeah, and he seems very genuine, and I guess that brings me to my next point. You ladies in the house, it was such a hot topic of conversation, of course, what he said on that podcast about not wanting to date anybody 60 and over. Were you women satisfied with his explanation and his apology when that topic came up?
I think for the most part, we all were pretty satisfied because he did seem sincere in his apology. He came across very warm, and, he wanted to make sure that we were able to give him a second chance, that he wanted to make it up to us. And so he seemed very sincere, and I think most of us felt good about his apology.
Did you have any reservations about going on the show when you heard what he had said?
Oh, absolutely. I did. That caused me pause. I didn't see why, I should go if he wasn't checking for me. If he wasn't interested, why should I go? So, but I got reassured, very quickly that was just something like a locker room talk situation that he got caught up in, and he was trying to be funny and make jokes, and it fell flat on him, and he that's not what he meant, and yeah, so he seemed very sincere, and I think we all took it as that.
He needs to take some comedy lessons from you,
Yeah.
Monica. That's what he needs to do.
I think so.
Yes. Hey, he made up for it. But yeah, that was bad.
Did you feel like you had more of a friendship with him, or did you really feel like there was a romantic spark between the two of you? Did you guys? I can't remember if you kissed, and
Really?
yeah, did you?
You can kiss and tell. It's okay.
I was definitely attracted to Mel. I didn't have enough time, I thought, with him to really form a really good connection where I felt safe going into rose ceremony. I wish I'd had more time to spend with him, and I think that would have made a huge difference. But the attraction was definitely there, for sure, on my part.
Do you have any regrets, or would you have done anything differently during your time at the mansion and on the show?
Regrets. I'm pretty old-fashioned, and so I take things really slowly, but this situation is not that. I think the time that I had, I should have been a little more forthcoming in that time, and not so much reserved, laid back. I'm used to the man making the moves and being the aggressor. And I think I should have been a little bit more forthcoming. Not as forthcoming as some, but just because I think that backfires too. But I think just a little bit more forthcoming about how I felt and and trying to get to know him. So yeah, I was trying to be light most of my conversation and not overwhelm him, because I think a lot of the other women were really going in hard. And so I wanted to be fun and light and take it easy, but I don't know if that was the right thing to do.
Well, you were certainly forthcoming in the Never Have I Ever game, if I recall.
Oh,
Yeah.
what happened?
Little skeleton
Don't
came
tell
out of the
me,
closet there.
Please refresh my memory.
Yeah.
Did she?
Did she? Yeah.
No,
Was it-
I wasn't in the Mile High. That
I
wasn't me.
believe.
Oh, I thought it
not
was the
me.
Mile High. Wasn't that Monica?
It's not.
You're the flight attendant.
But that was not me.
Oh, I misunderstood. I thought for sure it was you.
How often have you had
No,
to
I-
bust people that
Yeah,
are
right. That transitions right to our next question.
Trying to join the Mile High Club. Like knocking on the door. What's going on in there? That's my role.
Oh my goodness.
Oh, that's too funny. Well, listen. So now that you're off the show and you said you want to fall in love and you're looking for your guy, what kind of man are you looking for here at this point in your life? And have you resumed dating now that you're off the show?
I'm just fresh off of the show, so no, I have not resumed dating. I am looking for a man who loves God, who loves family, someone who's funny, someone who's kind. I don't have a lot of physical traits. I just want someone who's like me and someone who likes to travel and can still get around, physically fit somewhat. Just a good guy. Just a good guy.
Well,
Yeah.
there are a lot of
I hear
those out
that.
there, and we know that
Where?
Listen, you travel all over.
Maybe in paradise.
Maybe, yeah.
Would you ever?
Would you do?
Monica, I've been asking this same question. I'm asking the same question. Where are they? Because they're not here in California, from what I can see so far.
New York, New York.
I mean, there's one here in studio. I didn't want to say that, but let's just call it like it is. Would you do Bachelor in Paradise, Monica, if they came to you?
I cannot say yay or nay to that. I would have to seriously think about
Okay.
it.
Fair
but,
enough.
Well,
yeah,
you travel
I'm
to
not
so
gonna
many
think about
tropical locations as it is with your
I
job.
do.
I'm sure just going to the beach isn't that big of a deal for you anymore.
it. Oh, I love the beach. It's huge. No, that's one of my favorite places. That's my happy place. Yes, I love the beach. So I'm always looking for an opportunity to get there.
Well,
That wouldn't be a problem. It's just the other stuff that comes with it.
well, maybe we'll see you down the line, and we can all say that you're one of our favorites on the show, and we can't thank you enough for joining us here today.
Oh, thank you so much. I appreciate you having me.
All right, Monica, thanks for being here, and we'll hopefully talk to you soon.
Okay. All right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Monica.
Thanks, Monica.
You're welcome. You're welcome. You're welcome.
Oh, yay.
You know, that's my bad. I thought she was the one that's the never. You looked at me like, that's not her in the Never Have I Ever
I
game.
couldn't remember, honestly.
I swore it was her. Gina, didn't you think that was her? Because I thought that was the whole thing, that she was the flight attendant with the Mile High
But then
Club.
when you said it, it made sense.
Yeah, and I was like, wait, I swore that
It
was
did
her.
make sense.
I'm glad
but
you said
I
it.
think it might have been Jerry. I'm blanking. I think it might have been Jerry.
It might have been
I
Jerry.
don't know. We got to go back to the files on
Those
that one.
frisky
But
ladies.
I'm glad
Yeah.
you said it because it was fun learning that she does knock on the door and
Exactly. What's
couples
going on
that are
here?
in there. So, you know,
Yeah.
she's the enforcer.
Absolutely. Somebody has to be. You said, as we watched this episode back, Jen texted the Bachelor group chat, and I know there are a lot of people who wish they were privy to these conversations because they are rather interesting. And you said you could not wait to discuss this episode with us. What was the thing that jumped out at you that made
I
you
had
say?
two. I had
Two things. Fire
I
away.
just couldn't believe the connection between Peg and Mel.
I
thought
know.
it was really great, super strong. I was like, holy cow, we got a new front runner.
Yes, we do.
Right? I think she's a contender.
Contender.
Yeah. All right. And then
Yeah.
the other thing was the whole wrong reasons thing, right reasons, wrong reasons. I thought that was wrapped up very quickly.
It was.
And Mel just sort of was like, oh, well, sorry. Like, I don't think anyone here is in that category.
Yeah, and why didn't she say, and it was Robin, why didn't she say the name? They never say the names, Gina. Why do they not say the names? Is it because they want the guy who or girl who's the main bachelor or bachelorette to figure it out on their own?
I think that's the case for a lot of the times, and again, like there are times where they don't want to be the pot stirrer. Like Robin doesn't seem like a person who's going to like kick up a lot of dirt on people.
But with all due respect, isn't she?
She wanted Mel to be aware.
Okay, but isn't she stirring the pot by bringing it up? That's just me being devil's advocate.
You're right, because one thing that usually happens is they refuse to name names, and then of course they confront the group, right? The bachelor usually confronts the group, and then the group goes, "Who said that? Who said that?" Exactly. And then of course the person who knows that it's about them has to go and confront that person, and then the other person has to admit that they did in fact call out the situation to the bachelor, bachelorette, whatever. And it does cause drama. Although Mel shut it down. I mean, maybe that's just another thing about being on this golden franchise. It kind of just, the drama is harder to come by because they just don't want to deal with it.
And you know what? That's kind of what we like about this show, right? Gina, we don't want to have all the drama.
Yeah. No, but also here's the thing about Mel, when he spoke with her, in his interview, he said, she's all about me and I like that. So he likes what Nicolle is giving. And so I don't think it's going to be as easy to push her aside because he's picking up what she's putting down. That, you know what I mean? Like he's into her. And so I feel like that to me, in my opinion, seems like I feel like she's the front runner in that way. To me, I think he and Peg had a lot of fun. I think that she outmatches his energy. In that front, and I think that would become tiring for him. So I feel like Nicolle being all about him fits what he's looking for a little bit more, in my opinion.
Yeah, but also, did you find that she kind of brought some villain energy, Nicolle, I'm talking about?
Yeah, she's been kind of doing that all season.
Yeah, she definitely did.
I feel like she knew what she was doing in that situation. And
they show her in the hot tub with a mask on, talking about all the work that she did.
And it said that was from all the women on a note on top of it, and she just sort of was like, "Oh, but I did all the work." And I mean, maybe she ended up telling Mel that she was kidding around and we didn't hear that. I don't know.
I don't think she did. And, frankly, she was, speaking of people stirring the pot, I loved right from the beginning, Peg gets the one-on-one, and they show Nicolle hugging Peg, and then they immediately cut to an interview with Nicolle going, "I can't believe Peg got that. She doesn't deserve one-on-one."
They don't have a connection.
Yeah, right after she was hugging her, saying, "Oh, I'm so happy for you." So she's clearly two-faced. She says she wants to be an influencer, and she has all these things she wants to promote. So what Robin was talking about. So clearly there's an ulterior motive here. She took credit for the lemon bars. And I think there's going to come a point where, at least I hope there does, that Mel kind of sees through her shenanigans for the person that she is. But I don't disagree with Gina. I do think they have great chemistry, and I think he really likes her playfulness. And she has this youthful vibe about her, very similar to Peg. Nicolle, yes. Very similar to Peg, that they both kind of have this great energy about them that I think he really likes.
I think Nicole's a bit more chill, but and Peg is more like, woo,
Peg's an extrovert for sure.
Nicolle is all about him. Nicolle is all about like, I did this for you and this is for you and we're the power couple and that's all him. And it's all just feeding into,
ego.
What he's looking for. Yeah, it definitely feeds into ego. And of course that, if anybody was going to be doing that, of course you're going to, take it all in. And so I think that's what he's doing. And I think, we'll see how it all plays out. But I think she's, villain or no villain, she's definitely in his top contention.
Well, speaking of people that are, I love that Cindy won the photo shoot day and got to have the steamy photo shoot. They're rolling around in the sand. And
the other one were like, "Oh my God, he's on top of her."
I was so happy that Cindy got that because she had kind of, she was in her feelings the last couple episodes. So I thought that was great that she had a chance to kind of cement herself as one of the front runners. I thought the beer pong with the prune juice was hilarious.
Oh my God.
I can't imagine that becomes a trend going forward. I do not wish that on anybody. Dare I say, and I'm talking to our insider / expert / insiders. I really like the 1 hour episodes. I like how we just get right down to business. No lollygagging. Let's blow through these storylines. I kind of like the tidiness of the 1 hour episodes. And I don't know how you ladies felt about that. You know, traditionally the 2 hours, sometimes a 3 hour finale. But the 1 hour, I find it to be a very nice watch. And I wouldn't mind that going forward in other Bachelor and Bachelorette seasons.
Yeah, but I do miss the second one-on-one
we'll probably
days.
still have a 3 hour.
Yeah.
Probably, yes, but
I'm
still.
going to predict 2. I don't know.
I don't know. I mean, we've already had 4 rose ceremonies, and we're already down to the final 6, so they're kind of zooming right along. No. And we still don't know how many episodes are left in this season. You two are supposed to be the insiders and the experts.
Gina knows.
And I'm asking, nobody knows. Cosmopolitan said there's only 3 episodes left. Gina shot that down.
That's not true.
That's not true.
That's not true.
So
You'll hear more soon as to when things will be kind of airing and going, but we still have a little bit. We'll be going into November.
We've got 6 to 4, hometowns, fantasy suites, and then a finale.
Women Tell All.
Women Tell All. So I count 5 more.
5 more episodes?
Right?
Listen, I think the season's been
that sounds
fun.
about right.
I know Mel's been kind of taking some heat because he doesn't have like a very outward personality, but I think he's kind of playing it close to the vest, and I like how he's handled everything so far. And in the trailer for next week, someone leaves. Dun, dun, dun. Any guesses on who it is?
They made it seem like it was Cindy, right?
I don't know. I don't think
It
it's
seems
Cindy.
like it's Cindy,
You think it's Cindy?
I hope it's
Who
not.
do you think it is?
Oh, man. I do. I guess
Who do
I
you
do.
think it is?
Of the 6.
Could be.
Could be anybody.
Go ahead, Gina. The floor is yours.
It could be one of those things where they it's a fake out where I didn't want her to leave,
But then they also said, remember in the trailer at the beginning of the season, Jesse's like, yes, she's still here. So
Are you going to go after her?
Yeah, are you going to go after her? So
Will he?
Will he?
Yep.
Maybe maybe it's Carol who leaves. Not Carol. I'm sorry, Debbie. I think Debbie might be the one who leaves.
She's so positive.
She is, but I also saw that she was really bothered by Cindy getting all cozied up with Mel on that beach date when they were doing the photo shoot.
Too much?
Yeah, I think she might be because she's kind of really falling for him, Debbie, in a short amount of time. Plus, she had the wedding dress on.
How cute was she?
Yeah, and she was like, he can just drop down on one knee right now. Immediately, my palms started sweating. I don't know why that was the case.
You'd be the worst.
Yeah, the worst.
Could you do that? Do you think by the end of I don't know.
Could I propose by the end of this? I haven't proposed in 30 years of dating. I don't know if I could propose in 8 weeks. We could see. I mean, obviously, I started dating when I was 10, just so we're clear.
ABC, if you're
David
listening.
looked at me like 30 years.
Yes. Can we give one moment, by the way, to Carol for just kind of really changing her tone? Last week, it was so difficult for her to have a conversation.
Yes, that's a good
point. And this
point.
week, she had the whole towel thing.
Yeah.
And she really kind of had a moment with Mel, and I like that for her.
And I agree, Gina, and I wasn't trying to cut you off. I was just so excited how she put her hand up when they were kissing so the cameras couldn't see it. She blocked their mouths because she's so worried about her kids and what they're going to think of her. I thought that was a very funny moment.
She's very aware of the cameras, and I think that played into what we saw last week, where she was nervous and couldn't really talk. And I think now she's getting more comfortable in that situation.
I think so, too.
I mean, she was in a towel for this photo
I would not want to do that.
I feel like she's definitely more comfortable.
And
she's
with
good.
Nicolle and Cindy, I was like, boy, what a weird grouping that was.
Yeah.
Very funny.
What was their theme? Was it just supposed to be getting up in the morning?
Yeah, right.
I think
exactly.
Going out,
bedroom
sheets
or something. I think that was what it was called.
Yeah, nice.
I think
Listen,
it looks great.
It's been a great season. I'm excited about the final 6. I think next week's episode is going to reveal a lot, and we can't wait to talk about it. If you like our podcast, what do you need to do?
Like and follow us.
Like and follow us, and us being Jen and Gina and Ryan. Thanks so much for Monica B for being here as well. And thank you for listening and watching. We always appreciate your feedback and support on your favorite Bachelor podcast. We'll see you next week on Playing the Field.